this season by far.
Now here's Morant. On the wing, Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Lopez kicks to Jackson. Pass to Morant. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Here's Jay. A 35-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. 4-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting. He's forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
Edwards with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Jay the pass to Edwards. A wide open look here for Porzingis. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the left side wing. Pass to Jackson. Payne for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
How about Desmond Bane, among the most accurate shooters in the world?
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Jay. And all
The line.
pass to Jackson. Lopez with the ball. And Aldama has it in the corner. Here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just too much. Jaren Jackson Jr., a physical big.
Edwards a screen on Morant. Jay the pass to Edwards. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical.
Ant looks elsewhere on the court.
Pippin's checked in for Memphis. Here's Jay, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And that one's good by Pippen.
Yeah, anyone can appreciate the skillfulness of Morant's passing.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power. His presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Sean.
Competitive edge in close games. That boosts your chances to win in crunch time.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Bane. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Jackson kicks to Bane. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Here's Jay. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Some changes for Memphis. Edey's checked in for Lopez. Jaren Jackson comes in for Gigi Jackson. And it's Kennard in for Morant. Now, here's Pippen. His last outing, he had 18 points. And another miss by Memphis. Timberwolves leading by 4. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now. Hey, dunks aren't always.
Here's the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros.
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Oh, Edwards flies up and finishes the alley-oop.
Oh, my. Edwards going way up for that slam.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pippen with a wide-open look. And another miss by Memphis.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Jay. Started by Pippen. Jay misses. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Now, here's Kennard. No scoring in this one. From the wing, the shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
And Kennard is a smart offensive player, one who takes whatever shot the defense gives him.
And last season, with all the injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson had to play a bigger role and was effective.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we were all a little surprised at his offensive game. You know, he got more opportunity and we saw him doing more things. He also played more at the center spot, you know, so he's become a great two-way player. We knew he was always an elite defender.
Absolutely. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Jay. 22 points for him. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Pounding the offensive glass. That's where Gobert gets a lot of his extra chances.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Edwards, screen on Pippen. And there's the try.
Well, when you have a guy that spreads it around like that, it confuses the defense. Who do you guard?
On the court for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards out there with Randall. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Jay. And it's McDaniels at the shooting guard position. And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs got to just 7 on the basket from Bane.
Well, when Bane gets going, he can be a problem for defenses. He'll become a real force on the offensive end.
Jay, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Jay. Porzingis with a screen on Morant. Jay. Morant scanning the floor. Lopez sets a screen for Bane. Now here's Morant, covered by Jay. Misses from close range.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
It doesn't go for him. Memphis has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And they double up Morant. Here's Lopez. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu, was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Bane, no good. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's Jay. 26 points for him. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Jay. He is averaging just around.
I came back as a Grizzlies player. I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Morant passes to Jackson. Back to Morant. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Morant's got 7 points.
Surprising confidence there from Morant.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
The tray, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Screen by Porzingis. Drives to the hoop. Right wing. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. Here's Jay. Guarded by Morant. Shot clock at 5. Lopez with the steal. Here's Bane. Can't connect from short range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Porzingis with a screen on Bane. Good D by Lopez.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves leading by 6. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Porzingis with a screen on Morant. And the dunk by Porzingis.
They put the ball in the air, and all Porzingis has to do is hop up and get it. Nicely done.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Jay. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that. And here's Kennard. Pippen outside. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Heaney. Gobert with the block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Outside Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense. That they are really piling up the steals in this one.
Here's Jay, guarded by Pippen.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
To halt the run. And again, Memphis no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Edwards passes to Jay. Edwards, a screen on Pippen. Here's Jay. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Edey. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Kennard's shot is off. Now the Timberwolves with it. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Here's Jay. There's the three. Tries again, and it's finished off inside by Gomez. Is checked in for Edey. Jaren Jackson comes in for Bane, and it's Morant in for Pippen. Randall's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get ready.
Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thanks, David. And Memphis making a change here. Bane's checked in. Here's Jay. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside, Bane. Pass to Aldama. Three-pointer. The Grizzlies with another miss. Minnesota with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Edwards, a screen on Bane. Jay. And Bane pulls it down.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Wants to get it to Morant and does. Back to Bane. Puts up a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Edwards got his fourth rebound in this one. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant with it, and he converts the layup. 17 points for Ja Morant.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Pass to Jay. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Jay. Over Morant. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Nice play from Jay.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Bane with the steal. And now the Grizzlies fast break. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Lopez.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Edwards finds Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Jay. Gobert with a screen on Morant.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Here's Jay. Out to Edwards. Here's the screen. Pass to Jay. Clock at 6. Shoots from the line. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Now Morant. He's defended by Randall. And that one's good. Morant.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance. And he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Here's Jay. Guarded by Morant. Gobert with a screen on Morant. Jay, and 2 free throws, both from the line.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Here's Jay. Outside Edwards. Pass to Jay. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Gobert with a screen on Morant. And the basket by Jay. Jay's got 42 in the game.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I